Hello everyone. I lost my channel yesterday because of violent strike on it, and I don't. What kind of violence rule I have breaked anyways? I am not going to give up, so please do subscribe my channel. So today I will explain chapter 1036, which is episode 1063 in previous episode. We saw Zoro win the fight. Let's start this episode.
As King falls after getting slashed by Zoro, he thinks back to when he told Kaido he believed he was Joy Boy and how he asked him to keep being the strongest while he himself makes sure he never loses until he becomes the Pirate King, though this is before he falls unconscious as he falls off the island. Meanwhile, Zoro reminisces on the moment where he promises to Luffy that until he defeats Mihawk, he will never lose to anyone again. He also declares that if it is what it takes to keep from losing, he shall become the king of hell. He then uses the force from his swords to launch himself back onto the island, before also passing out from exhaustion.
A Flying Mary relays the information to the Mary with the CP0 agent Joseph, who reacts with surprise that all three All-Stars and all members of the Tobirapo have fallen. But he says those victories are meaningless unless Kaido and Big Mom are defeated. As the events unfold, though, it is shown that if Luffy does defeat Kaido, the flame clouds holding up on Nagashima will dissipate, and the island will crash onto the flower capital and blow up from the gunpowder cache. The people are still blissfully unaware of this transpiring as Momonosuke continues to try to pull the island away. The other problem is that Kanjuro's Kazenbo is making its way to the gunpowder cache and threatens to blow the island up in the air. Thankfully, Yamato has finally reached the cache first, but as he expected, the last of the numbers, Rocky, is standing guard at the gate.
Yamato knew he did not have the time to get the key from him, so he tells Fuga to knock him down, which he does, pushing down the gate and allowing Yamato to pass. He thanks Fuga and asks him to keep Rocky busy, which Fuga does. Up in the attic between the first and second floors, Usopp has found Kinemon and Kikunojo, but is under heavy assault from the beast's pirates. Both samurai plead with Usopp to abandon them, but Usopp refuses. He tells the two of them that he could never understand the samurai's obsession with honor and dying with it, saying that he himself will fight for his life no matter how pathetic he may look, and that it is not just fighting the raid they have to do, it is live too.
The samurai are touched and take this to heart, and at that point, Usopp was getting overwhelmed. Thankfully, he is rescued by Izu, who commends his words. He shows off the mark of the Kozuki family on his back as he tells the two samurai to keep believing in Luffy and live on. Usopp and Hamlet pick up Kinemon and Kikunojo and run off to get the medical aid. On the third floor, both Reizo and Fukurokuju have trapped themselves in each other's binding techniques. Reizo, however, has caught fire, but he refuses to give in. In the treasure repository, Orochi continues listening to Komurasaki's song while waiting for Fukurokuju to show up, and in the second basement, Scratchman Apu is fleeing with Inbi, as both Zenki and X-Drake have been defeated by the CP0 agents. Joseph contacts them and asks for a status update on the capture of Nico Robin, before informing them of the All-Stars' defeats and that they need to flee the island quickly. The agent also says that while the chances of the Alliance winning are still slim, they need to be prepared for if they win, because that will direct where the world goes afterwards. Meanwhile, Sanji is being treated by an unknown person, and Killer and Bippo are continuing to fight off the beast's pirates. On top of the Skull Dome, Luffy and Kaido continue to fight, and while Luffy is struck by Kaido's club, he manages to sock him with Gomu Gomu, no rock gun. Both fall to the ground and get back up laughing, as they both confess they are having a lot of fun.
And the story ends here. If you like my story and voice makeover, then feel free to comment and subscribe my channel for more. Thank you for watching.